Alright, welcome back folks. Today we will go over how to create health bars for the enemies. First thing first, let's create a health bar. Add new object. Scroll all the way down to resource bar. You can choose either or. Let's go with copper red bar. Update extension. And now we have a choice. So the easiest way of creating health bars for the enemy is just by dragging them out and then fixing the position in the events. However, this will not work well if you have more than a few enemies or if you have enemies that keep spawning. So I'll show you a different way that will work better for most of the situations. Let's go to our events, add event group. We're going to call it health bars for enemies. Then we're gonna right click, add for each object, drag it to the right so it's right under, like that, and we're going to say enemy, and then we're going to add the beginning, at the scene. So at the beginning of the scene, Shift D to create a sub condition. We're going to create an object called copper red bar, and it's going to be created at enemy center X. It's enemy center Y. Now you can change that. You can create a point at the top left corner of your enemy and create the health bar there if you want to. It will save you some time. And I do go over how to create points in one of the other videos. Click OK. So next we're gonna say let's link two objects, enemy and copper red bar, and click OK. Now we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna right click, add for each object, enemy, and here we're going to say take into account linked objects such as enemy and copper red bar, just like that. And then what we want to do is we want to change position of the copper red bar such that it will constantly follow our enemy. So here we're just gonna say enemy center X, and then same thing here, center Y. I'm going to click OK. Now we're going to create sub event, Shift D. Here we're going to say, now you have to realize that when we do create a copper bar and we say create at the center, it will create like this. So we'll need to move it up and to the left, but also after we do that, our enemy flips, right? So when it flips, it will change stuff. So every time it flips, it'll go this. It'll do this stuff. So we need to account for it. And I'll show you how. And a lot of it is just trial and error. So first we're gonna say enemy flipped. So horizontally flipped. So when enemy is horizontally flipped, we're going to change this like that. Let's see, we'll adjust these coordinates later, so let's copy and paste. Let's invert this, basically meaning when enemy is not flipped, basically going left or right. That's how you indicate flip or not flipped. Let's see. So let's change this. Let's change this one thing right here. So we're gonna do -50, so we'll bring these health bar up, and then we're gonna bring it to the left, so it's gonna be minus, let's say, 25. Okay, let's try this. Let's click preview. Okay, almost there. Just need to bring a little bit to the left. So let's do 35, 35. And one thing to fix is, where are you? Double click on it. Initial value, let's just do 16. We don't need to display any text here. Click apply. Let's preview. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. So 55. Okay, let's preview. Okay, a bit better. We could still adjust it, as you can see here, but whatever, that will do. You get the point. So now, what we want to do is, every time we shoot the bullets, we want to damage our enemy. So let's close that. Let's add a new event here. Let's just drag it like that. Okay, not sure why this is not working. So we can just select this one and press Shift D. So here, what we're going to say is when there is a collision between bullet and enemy, we want to change the value of a copper bar. Let's say change value of copper bar, and we're going to decrease it by 2 because maximum number is 16, and you can change that number to whatever. We want to do it just once per hit, so once per hit, and then we want to delete bullet. Click OK. Also, I noticed there was a bug. There is a bug where every time I shoot the bullets, my health goes down, and I think it's the reason why is because one of the previous videos we set up a bullet firing for our enemy, and we use exactly the same bullet as our main character shoots. So I'm just going to disable this. This is not going to affect anything. But to fix it, just need to create a different bullet for either main character or the enemy. And they cannot use the same bullet. Okay. And so when our bullet is in collision with the enemy, we want to trigger this action just once. We want to decrease the value of the copper red bar. Not set, we want to subtract. We want to subtract 2 points from the health bar, and we want to delete the bullet. And also, let's add another event. So Shift D. We say that when the copper red bar value is 0, we will delete our enemy. Okay. All right, everything looks good. Here, let's swap this. Swap these guys places. Don't know why it matters, but it matters. It will work for a single enemy. It will not work for numerous enemies. Okay. So the order is very important. So let's preview. So we have a single guy here. We're gonna do damage, 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 damage. Health bar decreases and he dies. We need to delete the copper health bar as well here. But to prove the concept, let's create a couple of these guys. Here we go. And then we'll do preview again. As you can see, all 3 of them have the health bars. So let's do some damage. Damage, damage. Again, need to take care of that copper health bar. But you get the concept. I mean, that's how you create a health bar for numerous enemies. Okay, and to fix that copper health bar, just do delete copper health bar here, and you should be good. Alrighty folks, well, I hope you learned something new in this video, and let me know if there are any issues with this code and I'll address it. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next one.